I'm an iPod 1 reviewer here with Nia the Video Gamer. What's up, Nia?
Well, what's up, everybody? As Lynn said, it's your girl Nia the Video Game Her, and I am excited to be on the interview a gamer. And I'm actually kind of nervous, like I'm applying for a job or something. Like this
Uh,
is a lot of pressure right now.
no nervous. No. This is a segment that I'm trying to convey to the gaming community. That I just want to get gamers' perspectives on the same 10 questions. You would be surprised how many different answers we get from these same questions. The reason I ask the same 10 questions is so as to not appear to be biased. So I ask all of you guys the same 10 questions, and then you answer them, however you see fit. This is basically for gamers, like our podcast, for gamers by gamers. So, just want to get your perspective on some things, and maybe, reach people that may possibly, otherwise would not have seen your content. So yeah, this is for you, Nia. This is for you, gamers.
All right, gosh, come on, it's
So
always pressure.
no pressure, no pressure. I just want you to just, feel free to just answer the questions in any way, shape, form, or fashion you feel to do so. And yeah, this is all about you. You have the floor, and yeah, this is just a one-on-one.
Okay.
All right. First question. What brings you to YouTube?
Many moons ago, I used to search the internet looking for people who played video games and talked about video games because I like video games a whole lot. And my life is kind of based around video games. So I used to be a part of I don't know if y'all know this, but like IGN has like a little blog community called My IGN. And I actually started like hanging out over there in around like 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. It was a while ago. And so there I just like used to talk and communicate with other gamers and like read people's blogs. And it was just like a fun little place for people to just get together and just talk about games.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day like a light like popped up in my head and like I discovered like the gaming community on YouTube. I'm like, yo, people are taking this to the next level. Like people are actually like presenting themselves on camera, talking about stuff, having podcasts, and some people get like mad views and they get a chance to do like different kinds of things that I would like to do personally, like, going to events and like getting stuff from developers and having some type of communication with the developers and stuff like that. But most importantly, it was kind of more of an interactive outlet to like talk to other gamers. So when I started my channel, that's pretty much what I wanted to do. Like I wanted the interaction and just hanging out at the sidelines. It just wasn't enough for me. It wasn't really quenching my thirst for my passion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So starting my channel, talking about what I like talking about, connecting with other people, and I'm still going. I ain't as consistent as I should be. But yeah, that's pretty much what brought me to YouTube.
That is awesome. So what is your ultimate goal here on YouTube?
Well, I mean, YouTube is more like a hobby. Like, talking about quenching that thirst again. Aside from YouTube, I have a website. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's called sheattack.com. And we are a website. We talk about video games, video game related topics, and how they affect us as gamers, part of the gaming community. And we have a diverse staff. We've been very blessed. We started our website in 2013. So we are officially 2 years old as of August. And, we've had an opportunity to go to like PAX's Media and New York City Comic Con and CES and E3. And I mean, it's a hobby for me, but if I can take it to new heights and actually work in the industry that I love so much, that has kind of helped shape me as a person, like that would be dope. But if it just kind of stays as a hobby, I'll be okay with that too, as long as video games is kind of like a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
That is awesome. Oh my God. Oh, you're a journalist. Oh,
Yeah.
now yo, I've got a journalist on interviewing a
journalist.
gamer. That is what's up. Okay. All right, now I'm giddy like a little schoolgirl. So we know that you're a gamer and that you're passionate about gaming. Tell us something that we may not know.
Something you don't know about me. Before I started doing video game vlogs on YouTube, I'm sorry, before I started doing video game vlogs, I did a hair vlog. I am a natural hair vlogger turned video game vlogger. Like, I started out making videos many moons ago before I had all of this luxurious
all natural.
It don't look like that like right now, you know what I'm saying? But I can do some stuff when I want to. But many moons ago, before I went natural, I used to wear my hair relaxed and I used to do a lot of weaved styles. So like I started doing a whole lot of like weave styles and stuff like that. And my videos were pretty popular. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I was in like the tens of thousands of views. Like my hair channel was popping. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Right.
Yeah, but I was like, you know what? There's only so much I could talk about with hair. You know, like, okay, hair grows. This new product is probably gonna work like the last one. So I kind of lost my passion for the hair stuff. So I kind of took a extended hiatus and started doing the gaming thing. So I guess you could say that I kind of have a passion for hair, but I'm not really as active in that part of my YouTube career as I used to be.
Wow.
I didn't know this. Yeah, one day I want to go back to it.
There you go.
But it's like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, what do you say? It's like, okay, this is my hair. And, you know, like, I used to do like the whole, like, you know, you show people how long your hair is and you straighten it. And like, this is what my hair looks like when it's straightened. This is what it looks like in an afro, you know. People love that stuff. Like, they eat it up. It's crazy.
Musicians watch those videos too, because I know that my stylist, she be talked about YouTube videos and stuff. Okay, you know,
like, for real though, especially for
all the time. I've been like, yo, my hair is frizzy. You need to fix this. So she's like, all right, I need to, you know. So yeah, I'm like, I told her I don't like the frizz. We got to get rid of this. This is not.
I embrace the frizz because it ain't getting no better than this. But
yeah, but with dreads, I think
with dreads is different.
It's just, but she told me there's a training period. I'm like, yo, my hair's been dreaded for over a year. How much of a training period is it gonna be?
But you know, it takes a little while to your hair. Look, you about to go like gangsta on your detective. But it takes a little while though for your hair to actually like lock and stay in place. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. Like, it takes a while.
Locked in less than a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she started out with twisting, and we don't do the palm rolling. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, that can break your hair too.
Exactly, and they look matted. That's why I don't like palm rolling. So she twists it. So I guess I still have some of those stray hairs or whatever that like to just you know, it's like, I'm like, I do not want to look like a matted poodle. You got to do something with it.
Oh, yeah. She got to get it together. But, you know, one thing that I noticed, too, is about, especially a lot of people that work with our type of hair, like, YouTube has pretty much been like a saving grace for even people who are at the stylist level.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't learn how to do that in hair school.
Yeah.
Like, I had a couple of people, like, hit me up like, yo, like, your video, like, just made my day. Like, yes, like, my hair don't look crazy no more. Like, thanks, you know, like, all right, well, mine looking crazy when you messaging me this, but I appreciate that.
That's cool. Okay. I done learned something about Nia. That is what's up. All right, so question 4. Do you feel that it's important to finish games 100%?
Girl, boo, because who do that? Not me.
Will does that.
Oh my gosh, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't finish games unless like I really, really, really like the game. Like I'm a big Zelda head. Like, I love Zelda. Like, when Zelda Wii U comes out, like, I will be like not even on this planet. Like I'm gonna be gone off somewhere doing my thing. But I don't know what it is. I think I might have a little bit of like ADHD, but I cannot finish games because like not only that, but like so many games come out. So it's like I'm trying to do this game, then this other game that I like come out, then I play that, then another game that I like come out, then I play that. So it's like I never finish my games, and it's like I don't really think it's important. Like if you don't want to finish a game, like you ain't gotta finish it. Like I don't feel like you're any less of a gamer because you don't finish your game. Like as long as you play a decent enough a portion of it and you kind of get the gist of it and like your hands on it, just finish it whenever you're ready, man. Sometimes it takes me like 5 years to finish a game, and that's okay. It's all right to me.
There you go. Well, I kind of feel the same way. I mean, and I think Miss K had made a comment too that if you're playing a game, you're gonna get achievements anyway. So,
Yeah.
unless you're just focus driven on certain achievements, like I said, um, you're gonna get majority of them anyway. So
I don't care about achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really go out of my way to do all that stuff. Like if I get them just from playing a game, then I do. But it's not like I don't really care. Like unless I like a game that much. Cause like I bought what's that game? Sunset Overdrive when I first got my Xbox. I love that game. Like I played the little side missions. Like I didn't finish all of them, but I played a good portion of them. Like if it's something that I really like, I will go and try to do all the extra stuff. But if it's a game that's just kind of cool, but I just kind of want to move on, I don't really feel obligated to do all that.
Okay. So, are you a trophy hunter? Why or why not?
Well, I guess I just answered your question, girl.
That's
Though.
true.
Okay, I ain't got time for that. Look, let me tell you something. I work 6 days a week, okay? I'm not going to be trying to sit up here getting every single trophy at every game I buy. Because that's a lot of time that I ain't got. So, no.
Okay.
Definitely not. But shout outs to the people that are, though.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that are very diligent in their trophy hunting and their achievement collecting. And I applaud them. Like that, it takes a special type of person to do all of that. But for me, I don't really care.
They wear them as badges of honor.
Yeah, I mean, get your little badge, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I ain't about that life. So.
So, what do you feel is more important? Hardware, software, or sales, and why?
Hardware, software, or sales? I mean, obviously software. That's the reason why we game. We game for software. But at the same time, hardware makes a difference depending on what kind of game these software developers are trying to make. But I mean, regardless, if you're a good software developer, you can work with whatever you got. And at the end of the day, we all come from humble beginnings, unless you like a new age gamer. But like I started gaming on like the original Nintendo, so like we had to work with what we had. So it's like the software at the end of the day is what captures you and what makes you want to stick to your hobby. Like I didn't stick to gaming because like the NES was hot at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I stuck to gaming because I played like great games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they resonated with me as a person to the point that I'm 28 years old and I still feel the need to keep gaming, like no matter how old I get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And sales and all that stuff, it matters to a certain degree, but I don't really think that it matters in the grand scheme of things, especially in the grand scheme. Like no.
Okay. So, number 7. What are your thoughts on the gaming community today?
It's not that great. But the light at the end of the tunnel is that if you find the right people, you can have a good little corner of individuals that you communicate with about your hobby. Because the way that gaming has become so mainstream, like especially during like the 7th generation, like that's when gaming really became like hot. Because before then, the only people who played games were like nerdy people like us. You know what I'm saying? And so like when gaming kind of got mainstream, it kind of seemed like, I mean, like there were always like infighting. Like people would talk about how, like, for example, the Super Nintendo and like the Sega Genesis, like who was better. But at the end of the day, everybody still played games. You know what I'm saying? Like now these days, people don't play games; they play brands, and as a result, some people try to rain on your parade because of what you like, what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like at the same time, you just got to learn how to separate yourself from those people, because there's always going to be some negative people, like regardless of whether it's gaming, you know, whether it's like, you know, the anime fan base, like movie fan base, like there's always going to be that group of people that's always cynical about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of a lot of it is real stupid, and a lot of it is not only is it real stupid, but a lot of it is publicized, and a lot of these companies and a lot of these like sites, they kind of capitalize on it. So maybe that's why it seems like it's bad, because a lot of people capitalize on it. It might not really be that bad. I don't know. But usually there's a reason why people capitalize on certain things, because obviously it's enough people out there who do this or act like this for people even talk about it. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now.
Oh, but yeah, definitely.
But I guess long story short, it's kind of bad, man. And some days I don't even want to talk to other gamers. Like I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play my games and stick to myself, because anytime you want to talk about something, people always got to find a way to like ruin it. Like I don't understand it. It's crazy.
I totally agree. Especially when you get to that point to where you feel like you just want to quit altogether.
Yeah, like I've had many times like that, but I'm like, yo, I just want to shut down all my social media, shut down my YouTube. Like, why do I want to keep trying to like share my love of gaming, my passion for gaming with people who don't have nothing positive to say ever? Like sometimes things do happen in gaming that, you know, people should be speaking of about, like the whole, when Microsoft was trying to do DRM, like, yo, yeah, let's stand together on some stuff like that.
Exactly.
But when it comes down to like all of this, like the console wars and all this other kind of stuff, like some people will legit not buy a console just because they're biased against this plastic that's done nothing to you, or like a particular fan base, or it's crazy. I don't understand it.
Well, either that or they're just going by what other people are saying
Right.
without having experienced it for themselves. Like, how you gonna sit up here and tell me the Wii U is crap when you've never owned one or you've never played one?
Right.
Or how you gonna tell me the Xbox One is crap? You've never played it, or the PlayStation 4? You know, I feel that those that are, I guess, well versed in multi consoles, you know, because you know we all are multi console owners.
Right.
You either have all the current gen consoles or at least two of you know the current gen consoles to be able to make that determination. Yeah, you know, well, I cater more to this console than this console, you know, and you can make, you know, make your comments and your judgments based on that. But for those that have never even experienced playing on said console, but want to sit up here and say, oh, that's garbage, oh, that's crap, how can you explain, you know, explain to me why you feel that way? Are you just going by what Joe Schmo said? You know, because then, you know, your point is invalid. And even then, their point may be invalid because they may not even own the consoles. You're just following.
Just a lot of bandwagon jumpers. That's all it is. Like that's, to me, that's what I see a lot in gaming. Like too many people jumping on bandwagons, not like going by their own mind. Like I don't like that. That's crazy to me.
It's almost like a cult if you think about it. It's almost, and I just thought about that. It's almost like a cult.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows, like I'm a Nintendo girl. Like that's pretty much how like I made my name, if you want to call it that, in like the gaming community. Like I'm like the Nintendo chick. Like when it comes down to some Nintendo stuff, like I'm usually gonna be one of the ones talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But and that's been like through my whole gaming career. I've always been like a Nintendo girl, but I've also always played everything. I've always gotten that gaming perspective from every place. You know, every nook and cranny of gaming. Whether it was Sega, whether it was Sony, recently just got into Xbox with the Xbox One. You know, whether they're indies, AAA, like I try to gain experience from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't understand how people let their preferences just completely just blind them from everything else. Like, that's just insane to me. I never understood it. Like, even as a kid, before I even understood what a multi-console owner was,
Mm-hmm.
what exclusive games were, like, I just like games. And I'm still like that. I just like games. So
Exactly.
a lot of people out here don't really like games like they say they do, but that's just, I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of people out here that don't really like video games. They just like the idea of being a gamer or being included in some little group with like-minded people. But that ain't none of my business.
So let's go sip this tea.
Right? I got my smart water right.
There you go. All right. So, what are your thoughts on the future of gaming?
The future of gaming.
Mhm.
I don't know. Cause there's so many hints that kind of lean on gaming kind of not being about dedicated hardware anymore. Like, the reason why I say that is because, like, well, I mean, the most obvious right now is Xbox. Microsoft is clearly trying to sync their PC and their Xbox division. So I think that's where they headed. I think they're trying to go back to just being a software developer.
Mm.
That's what I think. There might not be any more actual, like, the box Xbox, but more it's like a platform like Steam or like Uplay or something like that. You know what I mean?
I don't like that.
I don't really like that either, but at the same time, it's like that's what it looks like they're trying to do. As far
And
as
this is
Nintendo,
the
you
type
never
of
know what
thing we
Nintendo's
need to
trying to
stand
do.
up for. We need to stand up either for or against things like this. If you're more of a physical copy person, which is
Yeah,
me, then I don't want an all digital console. You know,
that's
if I
true. But
wanted
that's what
that,
it's
I
looking
would
like,
buy a PC.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
That's what it
so
looks like they're doing. And even like Sony, like, they're trying to get all their little software programs off the ground and stuff like that. So it's like, what are
I'm
y'all
sorry,
doing
but
right now?
Microsoft is one up on them. They already there.
Yeah, Microsoft
PlayStation,
is there.
PlayStation
But
catch up.
But you got to remember, it's like Microsoft is software. Like, that's what they do. That's how
That's
they
true.
started. So they
That's
already ahead of the game, regardless of which way they go. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Sony, they have some little service or something in the, what was it that they did? They linked up with, what's their name?
Talking about that PlayStation Now.
Well, not just PlayStation Now,
Oh, I'm
but
trying to say because that is straight garbage.
I mean, they might be trying to do something with that. Look, I don't
What
know. I don't
is
really
that?
follow PlayStation like that. But I mean, there's been rumors that PlayStation might be trying to go down the same path, like maybe kind of trying to do more of a platform versus like an actual box. Ever since they started working with, what's that company that they bought? Oh, I can't
Uh,
think.
DNA,
No,
DNA.
that's Nintendo.
Oh, that is Nintendo, isn't it? There's
It
just
was
so
like
much
it
stuff
was a
going on.
streaming service. What is the name? Was it Gaikai? I think it
That
was
sounds,
Gaikai.
that sounds familiar.
I think it was Gaikai. Like, ever since they linked up with Gaikai, it seems like they've been trying to do more stuff like that. And PlayStation Now is just one of the things that utilizes that streaming ability. So, I mean, I don't know. I can't really say for PlayStation because I don't really follow PlayStation like that. But Xbox,
Yeah.
because Xbox is doing it right now, and they're blatant about it too.
PlayStation need to fix. They need to fix a lot of things.
They need to fix their network before they try to go all
Exactly.
digital.
That's why I said that, PlayStation Now is garbage because they need to get their infrastructure in order to get something like this off the ground. You can't
Right.
expect people to subscribe to your service if they can't link up and actually play a game fluidly.
True. And then
So,
think about it too. All these three companies are trying to do more cloud-based stuff now. So what does that mean?
mhm. And if you get an NVIDIA Shield, they just implemented maybe not even a month ago. Um, they have a cloud streaming service now. Initially, it was free. Like you could just get on there and just play whatever games and stream them for free.
Mhm.
Now it's a subscription-based service that you pay. I want to say $7.99 a month, and you
Nvidia.
can, yes, like I've got the NVIDIA Shield sitting over here. So
Mm.
I can play Android games, games optimized for the, like with the Tegra 3 processor, type thing. So Yeah, I mean it's cool, you know, but when I tried streaming, when I tried streaming a game, it would work, but it wouldn't. So, you know, it's like it would work for a minute or it would have this little choppy, jerky type thing
Yeah,
to
see, I
where it
never
just
actually
wasn't
tried
catching
that.
up. I don't like streaming games. I
Hmm.
don't. I really
We
don't.
don't
Now,
have the internet speeds for it. Not in
that's what
America,
I'm
we don't.
saying. Yeah, I was going to attribute it to that too because, you know, if we had Google Fiber, for instance, I'm sure there would be no problems
Hmm.
at all with any kind of streaming where, you know, where if you want to stream a game and record it to Twitch or record it to YouTube, because that way if you stream and record to YouTube, you could possibly record at a higher, you know, a higher frame rate anyway.
Yeah.
But with Twitch, you're limited. So, like, I can record gameplay on the Shield in ultra high settings, but I can't stream in ultra high settings.
Hmm.
You know, I would have to stream it, like, you know, downgrade to stream it. But, you know,
Yeah. Also, the downside to that is you don't really own your game.
exactly. I like a physical copy.
Yeah.
That way, if I feel it's trash, I can trade it in or I can sell it on eBay.
But you know what? The thing too is like now that these consoles have like these built-in updates, if they wanted to like just make your console not play a game, they could still do that even right now with physical copies.
That's true.
So technically, I mean, they can screw us all they want if they really wanted to. But I
But at
understand
the
where you're
same
coming
time,
from
we don't have
too.
to give them money either.
That's true.
So keep on.
That's true. See, I've never actually streamed the game, so I'm not even sure if my internet can handle it. But I know a lot of people live in a lot of areas where they just can't do it. So
Exactly.
if these game consoles stop being like an actual box and just platforms where you stream stuff, like people, a lot of people will be in a world of trouble.
Exactly. And that's why I don't like that because
Hmm.
everyone is not on the same page when it comes to internet. You know, I don't think that's a smart move. Or because if they do that, then they're alienating people.
That's true.
You know, because everyone is not gonna buy you might as well say a set top box that will only stream a
Hmm.
game. And I truly hope that Nintendo does not come out with something like that. You know, even if they do them little cartridge things, you know, that'll even be good. But don't come out with something that's all digital.
Yeah.
That would be bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a definitely a lot of drawbacks to that, but just
Hmm.
I'm just saying just based on some of the things that's going on, it seems like people are kind of starting to prepare for that.
Exactly. I think they've been trying to prepare us for that for some time now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
especially the big push with actually trying to get digital games because some companies have it to where like they might put games on sale like a lot quicker digitally or something like that, or like there's something going on that kind of coerces you to get it digitally.
Not me. I will need that Gamers Club unlocked at the Best Buy.
You already know that Gamers Club
Right?
Unlocked though. That is, I love Gamers Club Unlocked.
Yes. And they stack, so you can buy more than one.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Question 9. Retro or current gen and why? Which I'm sure I
Retro or
already know the
current
answer.
gen? That's actually a hard one for me.
Oh.
I mean, I always have respect for retro games. Like I can go back and play like a Super Nintendo like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still try to keep up with newer games. A lot of I don't know, a lot of newer games they don't really they don't really move me like a lot of the older games do. And a lot of some of it might be nostalgia. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, but at the same time, it's like, you know, even though there's a lot of shenanigans that goes on in gaming, like there's still a lot of good things too. You know what I'm saying? Like these days developers are kind of pushing their games um to a degree to where we didn't see back in the day because of like limitations in hardware and funding. Because back then, like game makers weren't making bread like they are now. So um dang, I guess I gotta say retro though because even though like gaming is being pushed like so hard body now. Back in the day, like games had heart because they didn't really have an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? Because games didn't really take off like that until recently. You know, you had to be in gaming because you loved it, because you wasn't making money. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't making the kind of money they make now. So I guess it only makes sense. I mean, there was a lot of trash back in the day too. Don't get me wrong. But it was a lot more diversity and quality back then.
Well, games were harder back then.
It depends.
I feel games were harder. Like there was nothing to hold your hand.
That's true.
You know, it's like you play the game and you figure it out. It's like what?
Like just being thrown in the original Legend of Zelda. You're like, what the?
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that happens when industry booms the way gaming did. Everybody's playing games now, so now people are trying to make them more accessible. I mean, that's not really an excuse, you know what I'm saying? But that's just kind of the nature of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I tried to answer that one.
Hey, you answered the question well, because I like that you got stumped on that question. I'm like, yeah, this is a good one, So, because it makes you think too. So it's like you're thinking back to those nostalgic days, and you can probably think of a game, and that'll take you back to another memory, back in your childhood.
Yeah.
Just by you sitting there thinking of a game and playing this game, getting stuck on this level and what happened at that time. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
true.
there's a lot of aspects to gaming that it kind of feels it makes you feel like it's home, or makes you feel like it's safe.
True.
Because like I said, number one, that was your traditional couch co-op. In order for
Yeah.
you to play with other people, you have to be sitting on that couch
Oh
with
yeah.
them. Or they had, certain games that you can have a little LAN party going on or whatever. But other than that, you had to be right there,
Yeah.
or
Like
that
me and my
split screen.
Yes, me and my brother used to go ham on Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Genesis. Like, there's so many good memories and good feelings, that take me back to that place. But I'm also a product of my time. That's why I was stumped.
Mm-hmm.
Because my childhood is definitely not the childhood of those that just started gaming like last generation on like 360.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same feeling that I have when I go back and play games like Streets of Rage 2, like the kiddos of today, they're going back and they're getting that feeling from like Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? And Grand Theft Auto, they should be playing those games, but let's keep it real. They are, so it's kind of hard to say, what you prefer, because I mean, sometimes those certain games bring back certain things for different people. But as for me, I guess it would have to be the classes, because that's when I was brought up. Those are the games that were a part of my childhood. So,
did you get Rare Replay?
I didn't. And I'm about to say something real controversial. I never really cared for Rare. I didn't really care for Rare. Even when I was a kid, I was like, yo. Even when I was a kid who, wasn't like blinded by other people's opinions. Like I thought Rare games were cool, but I didn't think that Rare games were as hype as everybody else thought they were. Like GoldenEye was cool, but I have a lot of salt from GoldenEye because my cousins knew all the cheat codes, and I didn't have the game, but they did, so they knew every nook and cranny of the maps. Like they was on some shenanigans, okay? And then let's see, what's some other Rare games from back in the day? Killer Instinct, like. Some people finna be mad at me, but I always felt like Killer Instinct was basically like a poor man's version of Mortal Kombat. So I'm gonna get some hate for that. My bad, yo. I was a kid. Look, put my flame shield up, but like I mean, I guess the Rare games that I did enjoy, obviously, was Donkey Kong Country on the SNES. Diddy Kong Racing was pretty hype. I didn't really care for Banjo-Kazooie. My bad. Sorry. Whatever. My bad. I'm sorry. But I mean, I can acknowledge that even though I wasn't the biggest Rare fan, that they made good games.
Mm-hmm.
I can acknowledge and admit that they did. I just didn't care.
Okay. Hey, that's a good as answer as any. You're upfront and honest, and that's what That's what we need. We need that.
I'm just saying.
No sugarcoating nothing. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Um, Final question. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Anything you want to say to the community? Anything you want to put out there? Anything you want to just say in general?
Anything I want to say to the community? Basically, I would just like say to the community is like, just play games, man. Just have fun. Like, stop worrying about all the shenanigans. Like, sometimes I feel like because we have the internet and things that go on in the community and the gaming industry at large is a lot more transparent than they used to be. You know what I mean? Like, back then we didn't have like video game blogs. We can go check on like the financials of these companies and like Metacritic. Like, all we had to go based off of was those little game magazines and like whatever we read, word of mouth, whatever we read in like the little gaming manuals and things like that. And we were able to like judge things based on how we felt about the information that was given to us. And I feel like these days, with the more information that we get, the more we kind of play armchair analyst. And that's cool sometimes, because sometimes these numbers and statistics can tell you things. But at the same time, I feel like some people become so obsessed with them that it kind of ruins their perspective on games, like the actual games themselves. Like, there's a lot of people who are talking crap. I saw some people talking crap about how Fallout doesn't have the best resolution, not resolution, the best frame rate. And don't get me wrong, listen, frame rate is a big deal because frame rate is gameplay. Frame rate is gameplay. Like, if the frame rate sucks, like, the gameplay sucks, because you can't play the game if the game is 2 frames per second.
Yeah.
But
or zero.
There you go. That's not, hey, keep it real. Or 0 frames per second.
Didn't they know this before they released the game? Like, dude.
But I say all of that to say that if a game is supposed to be running at like 30 frames and it dips to like 28, like, you ain't hurt nobody. Okay, whatever. And some people take those 2 frames and like, oh, see, it's dropping 2 frames. It's like, can you still play the game adequately? Like, did you notice that 2 frames unless somebody told you? Like, there's a big difference in frame rate, obviously, between like a 60 frame game that drops to 28. Like, obviously, that's a big difference. But if the game runs 30 and it drops to 28, like, you're not going to notice that. And so,
720 to 1080, the naked eye is not going to notice that either.
You won't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing Yoshi's Woolly World right now. This game is 720p. But you know what? It's one of the most beautiful games I've played in a little minute. Like, this game, it legit looks like yarn. Like,
I haven't played it yet, but I have it. I haven't played it.
Legit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where I was going with that. I guess what I was saying is, stop being so stuck on politics and just enjoy your games, man. Like, unless it's like a game that's legit buggy, because if it's legit buggy, then yeah, sure, be mad. Ray as hell. Let these developers know, like, yo, I'm not paying $60 for no broken buggy mess.
Exactly.
But, getting too stuck on the politics when in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big a deal. It kind of hampers your enjoyment, I think. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are so cynical these days. They read too many blogs and they read Metacritic too much, and they read what's that one site that always does like the frame rate comparisons? It's Digital Foundry. Like, they read that too much. Like, read it, take what you will from it, but don't let it hamper your enjoyment. Don't let it cloud your judgment to the point where you don't even like games no more. That's why I made the statement earlier. It's like, people these days don't even like games no more. They just like talking about it.
Yeah.
I ain't letting nobody take my enjoyment away from me. Because I posted on a Facebook. I have a Facebook that I use specifically for my gaming, and I posted a picture of my Yarn Yoshi amiibo. Like I got one with the bundle, obviously. Yes, and my Boo Bear, he bought me the blue one and the pink one. Yay!
I got them too. I just did not get the mega. I'm not paying $40 for no mega Yarn Yoshi.
No.
Nothing different than your green Yoshi you have right there.
That mega Yoshi can stay in the stove, okay?
Yeah, the only
stay in the stove.
He's just a little bit bigger on Mario Maker. Other than that, he's the same across the board.
He can stay at the stove. But like somebody posted, because I posted my picture of showing like, you know, I got all my amiibo. And I'm not even like an amiibo head. I actually pretty much hate amiibo, but these are just too cute.
They are.
Cute.
They are adorable. And I want to open them, but then I was like, no. And everybody's like, Lynn, freezing amiibos. I'm like, no.
I am the same. I want to open it so bad so I can.
They are so cute. Yeah, I want to know what they
look at this box. The box is freaking adorable as well. It's like I don't even. It's so perfect in this box. Anyway, I'm off topic talking about how cute these are.
They are adorable. They really are. They are so cute. Like baby booties. They are just really cute.
Yes. Yes. They're so cute. Anyway. Back to my topic. So I posted a picture of my Yarn Yoshi and somebody made a comment saying something like, if my girlfriend ever saw me playing a game like that, she would break up with me. Something like that. And I was like, well, luckily for me, I don't have
she ain't the one for you.
Exactly.
Right?
You know? Yeah. I was like, well, luckily for me, I don't have girlfriends.
Right.
But regardless, if you are so worried about how you would look as an adult person because of video games that you play, you might be in the wrong hobby. Because I guarantee you that the same person that look at you crazy for playing Yoshi will look at you crazy for playing Halo, okay? Same people will look at you silly because you are holding a controller doing this all day instead of not doing something cooler like going to a bar or like a lounge or like a play. I don't understand it.
My friends and I'm good.
I don't understand it. People are crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like some people get so caught up in that kind of stuff that they let it hamper their enjoyment. Because in my opinion, this is a good game. It's not the best Yoshi game I ever played. That still goes to Yoshi's Island on Super Nintendo. But it's a good game. And my boyfriend enjoys it. And he's a grown-ass man. So what that mean? Get over yourself, basically. Anyway, that's my little mini rant for today.
The more you
people just go crazy over the stupidest stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Nothing is gonna let me stop playing my games. I'm sorry. I don't care how cute it is. I don't care how colorful it is. I don't care how whatever.
I don't care how old I get.
How old I get. I'm gonna be 50 years old playing games.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with
me and Lynn gonna be old as heck playing Halo 5 together online if they still have the servers.
Right. Pushing our little walkers down the hall with the little tennis balls on the bottom.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I said, are you ready?
Yes. Playing that campaign. I'm gonna be locked. Who you gonna be?
Right? Like, girl, I always got stuck with Fred. What the hell, Fred?
I don't remember Fred. I remember Locke and Buck.
Yeah, or Buck.
What's that name?
I don't even remember.
Valdy? Something like that.
Val, yes. Val, I'm telling you, she is the girl. Every time I went down, here come Val. She risking her life to save me. Yes.
That's what you need on your team. That is premium AI.
Yes.
You know what?
Yo, I have never seen such intelligent AI. I'm like, I'm hitting that button. I'm down. Here she come running. I'm like, yes, that's my girl. What?
Yes. And I don't want to spoil it, but there's like a big boss battle, like close to the end of the game. And like they were holding me down. I was like, yes. Yes.
Val be on it.
343 did a great job with Halo 5. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
People still mad.
Campaign is nice.
Yes. People just mad because it ain't Bungie. Like, y'all need to get over it. Bungie ain't making Halo no more. Okay? Make a Halo. Get over it. That's my rant. People make me mad. Because people be on this stupid stuff. Like, yo, get off of that. It's still Halo. And they're doing a great job with Halo, in my opinion. People just make me mad, Lambs. And look what you done did.
Well, yeah, they do. They do. But you know what? You know what opinions are like, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we just gonna leave it at that.
That's what it is.
You know? And you know, I've seen so many memes come out since they was talking about Fallout 4, 0 frames a second.
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah. You blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Really, dude? Really? Like, okay, aren't y'all grown with kids and families? Why are you even partaking in this?
Why are you calling people like Xbox and PS morons and Wii U babies, and you like 40, you got 3 kids? What is your life?
And a wife.
What is your life?
I don't understand it.
This is the kind of stuff we talk about on the Set It Off cast. Like, we just don't understand this. Like, it's so crazy. And you would think, because you know women are catty, that we would be up here clawing each other's eyes out right now.
Yeah. We don't even get involved in that. We sitting up here looking at them like, yo, you need me to change your diaper? What's going on, bro? Yes. You, man, come here. I think I need to hit you off with a little something, because you are acting too, you know.
Somebody didn't have a juice before they went to bed. I don't know.
Yo, for real. Like, nah, y'all dudes need to get it together, honey.
Get it together. Get it together.
This stuff that y'all into, y'all need to stop. Just stop.
Now, like, what if it's somebody out there who watch your videos that think you cute, and then you up here spewing all this nonsense? They're like, you know what? Never mind. Right? You look too crazy right now. I can't be dealing with it.
Yeah, next.
No, it's too much. Like, it's too much. Like, I just. Like, you too grown for that. Like, leave that to the kids. Like, let the teenagers have their console wars. Like, you grown.
But at the same time, they're the ones that should be the role models for these teenagers. And if they acting like this, I can only imagine what their kids is acting like. Because if you can take this stuff off of YouTube and try and bring it to somebody's doorstep, then we have a really big problem.
Yeah.
A really big problem. Like, dude, you're arguing over hunks of plastic. You don't even own these hunks of plastic.
People look at them crazy in the room.
I mean, if you want to think about it.
People will look at them crazy.
I bought a PlayStation 4, but I don't own it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I bought a Wii U, but I don't own it. I bought an Xbox One, but I don't own it. You know, you are leasing them if you want to think about it, because
you don't own stock in these companies, boy.
Exactly. You're not sitting in that boardroom in a suit and tie making executive decisions on what you're going to do next about this console, about, you know, the games, about marketing. You know, you're not at
board meetings.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't wrap my head around it. Just like
it's
you
really
said,
just
play the games.
It's fanboy fuel. Yeah, that's all it is. Like, I feel like it's just a lot of people who just been like, hey, look, my company's better than yours. It's like, okay, like, we get it. Like, calm down. Just go play your games.
Isn't that like back to some elementary school stuff? My shoe's better than yours.
Yeah.
My undershirt is better than yours. You know, like, yo, really?
It doesn't make any sense.
We back with that now?
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand it.
It's crazy out here in the streets. Yeah. Like, I can understand it with some of our younger individuals in the community, but like you were saying earlier, like if you, I feel like if you're 25 and up and you still doing this, you need to get your life. Just saying, get your life. Like, because if there was anybody who's a peer of yours who came across your channel, because a lot of these individuals are anonymous, they don't put their government out there, but I guarantee you
There you
If somebody
go.
that they knew in the real came across their videos and saw how crazy they be talking
Oh,
about
yo,
video
you such
games.
and such and such and such that work at such and such and such and such. What you on here talking about? Because you showed up, don't talk about that at work.
Exactly. People would think you plumb crazy.
Right?
And I wonder, like, some of these people who have families, like, do they, like, spouses know? Like, do their boyfriends and girlfriends know that they...
The way they be out here yelling and fussing and griping and putting up these rave rant videos and calling people out, I would like to think so, unless these are some people that don't work and they do it while their spouses are at work.
Maybe.
That's something too that could be. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, we done went totally off topic. We went all of this.
I think we had a little bit of ranting going on in our
Hey,
spirit. We had to let it out.
ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. However these interviews come out, that's how they come out. That's what makes them all unique. Because
Yes.
like I said, you get totally different answers from different people to the exact same questions, and it's awesome. I love it.
I hope I was able to provide some good insight. I'm not the best at speaking impromptu. I have to have a guide. 'Cause-
Girl, you did good.
well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, don't even do that. You did very well. Miss, I'm nervous. No, you wasn't.
Well, that's because I know you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
this
saying?
is
But
the
I've
Nia.
never.
Yes, this is the Nia that I know. You comfortable, and it's like this is what I like. I like that. You're just laid back, you chill. And you got that little streak to you. That put your hand on your hip type thing.
You know.
I love it. I love it. But I thank you again, Miss Nia, for
Thank
coming
you
on
for having
interviewing a gamer, Miss busy all the time. It was like, yo, I have got to catch up to you.
me. I'm not so busy right now.
Now, yeah. But initially, I'm like, yo, really? A month? Dang.
I'm telling you, like, I be trying to get it together and making sure that we all on our P's and Q's because there's a lot that goes into preparation when you're trying to go to these things and
Mhm.
um, prepare. Like, there's a lot of people you have to reach out to and get appointments with and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people think that when you go to these events, you just go to a booth and like capture video. Like, no, like we had legit behind the scenes
That's
interviews.
awesome. That is
Like, I don't know
awesome.
if you saw it, like, but we got an interview with Motiga. They're making like this game, a MOBA called Gigantic for Xbox One and PC. It's one of it's pretty it's gonna be a pretty big game, I think. And then
Okay.
we also had like this behind the scenes interview with Atari. We met the freaking CEO of Atari. He knows us by name. Like this crazy.
Yo, that is what's up.
Yes. And like a couple of other people too, we did like indie stuff and stuff like that. But we got some good stuff at Prime. It wasn't like a
Girl.
whole lot of Top Guns at
Uh-huh.
Prime, but we did pretty good.
Them indie people might blow up though.
A lot of those indie people do be like they be like on the higher end of the indie
Mhm.
scale. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with the ones that are starting to get their foot in the door though, because those people gonna be somebody too if they have a good enough product.
Exactly.
There's a lot
You
of
gotta
good indie
start
stuff out
somewhere.
there. Yeah, you got to
Mm.
start somewhere. Like I love indies. Like they're the
I've completely changed my
most
view on
yeah,
indies.
they're the
Because
most down
initially
to
I
earth
was just,
people.
but I was just so mad that when the PlayStation launched, it was, you might as well say the damn, like the indie station. That's all it was a bunch of indies. I'm like, yo, I did not buy a PlayStation 4, which is a next gen console, to play a bunch of indies. If
Yeah,
that, I will pull out my Ouya from the box and plug it up.
yeah, that's all
So
they
yeah,
had.
I mean that, but since then, and playing a lot of these indies, um, and you see they're more lenient too. So
Yeah,
like if
way
you
back.
were to stream their game, they don't care. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, this
they
is free
want you to show the
publicity.
game as
Put
much as
it out
possible.
there. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like, yo, I have a whole new outlook on indie developers,
yeah.
and the
I'm friends
fact
with a
that,
lot of indies. Like I'm friends with a
yeah,
lot of indies, and a lot of these indies they used to work at larger companies, so they know how to make games. Like I got some friends right now. based in Australia, and I actually met them for the first time at PAX East 2014. I interviewed them, and they're making a game called Assault Android Cactus, and they used to work at Sega, and like their game is already out on Steam, and it'll be out on console sometime next year, and it's a really well-made game. It's their first game that they've made since they've gone indie. Like a lot of these people, they used to work at, and so they know the foundation, they know the basics. But then you have some people that never made a game and they still knock it out of the park.
There's software now you can just download and you can learn how to do these things yourself. Yeah. And then too, the Raspberry Pi, those people, they're I don't know if it's them. Anyway, there's Next Thing Company, I think that's what they're called. They're coming out with the it's like a Raspberry Pi, like a little handheld thing, kind of like a gaming console, but not really. It looks more like a
tablet,
like one of those TI calculators. It look kind of like.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, so like they're coming out with stuff, and then Indiegogo, they've got a thing going on where they're trying to get a what's it called? It's called a Pi. It's not a Pi Top. Pi Top came out I think last year, where they had a Raspberry Pi laptop that you build yourself. It's really cool. But I think they're coming out with I forgot what it's called. It's like a Pi Seed, CEED. It's some kind of it's kind of like a Raspberry Pi type desktop, so to speak. You have to provide your own mouse and keyboard, and I think they're doing a little kind of like a Kickstarter thing through Indiegogo, where you pay $99 for that, which is not bad because you get a 13-point-something inch high def screen, and then it's got the little Raspberry Pi 2, that they have built into it, and then they have a MMO game that you can play that basically show you how to like show you how to not build a PC, but it shows you like how to, I don't know, build certain components. So like you play that game and stuff, you can become fluent in like building robots or
that's crazy,
different things using like a Raspberry Pi or things like that. And I'm all for supporting things like that because you have the $9 PC. I think that's what they're using. They're using that too. So like you have these different people that are working on making tech affordable, basically. So anytime I can find things like that, I try and support them because I feel that's important. Just because you don't have to have good tech that's like really expensive. You can have good tech that can be affordable. You might see these items in classrooms or something.
Right. I was thinking that like the education system could really benefit for something like that for students to do their work.
So
like
it's really cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You be up on the tech stuff, girl.
Girl, these are things that interest me. So, and I love that, and if I can, I try to support that. So what I may do is get some stuff together and sell it on eBay so I can raise some money to support that.
Oh, that's awesome.
They have another, I want to say 31 days that they're running this to try and get $50,000 raised so they can move forward. The only other thing you'll have to do after everything is done, I think you pay like $20 for shipping or whatnot, and I think it'll ship sometime mid-2016, which is not bad. So yeah, if I can, I'm gonna try to do that so I can support them because that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's dope. That sounds dope.
So I'll send you a link too, so you can check it out if you want. But again, Nia, thank you so much. You're making me cry. Finally got you on Interviewing a Gamer. It has been awesome. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You were really cool, down to earth. I love you. You're awesome. So yeah,
Yay. Well,
let
it
people
was
know
a pleasure.
again. Okay, go ahead.
I said it was a pleasure.
Oh yeah, girl. We need to do this more often. So let people know again who you are, where they can find you, and of course I will leave the links down in the description.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, my username on YouTube is the video game her, HER at the end. I have a Twitter as well. You can follow me at twitter.com/the video game her. You can find me on Facebook, which I don't really know my handle for that, but it's on my channel, so y'all could go dig for it if you want to add me. But let me know where you're from, because
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of pending requests. And
Oh,
I don't know who you are. It's like, how did you find me?
you
But
know what? When I get random requests, I click. I'll be like, all right, who supposedly we know that's that? Okay, okay. Yes, I'm friends with this person, or yes, I'm friends with. All right, go ahead, click.
some of us,
You
but some
know,
of the people I get, like, we don't even have mutual friends. It's like,
yeah. Now
well, I
those
don't know if
can
they
be
found me
creepy.
randomly or through gaming. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right because we all have those links up on our channels. So
Yeah,
somebody could have very well, but at the same time, like you said, let somebody know where you from because if I get a random request and we don't have any mutual friends, chances are I'm not gonna add you.
yeah,
That's just how it is. Because I've added like 3 or 4 people within the past couple of days. I don't know these people, but we have at least 4 friends in common. All right,
right.
cool. You know.
It's like you probably know me from like my gaming stuff. Because like
Mhm.
if you know me, like for example, like if you know me from my gaming stuff, like you probably know Lynn because you probably seen me on the Set It Off cast, and you probably know who we are. So it's like
Mhm.
you probably know me, you know. So it's like if I don't have any mutual friends with you, you probably just
Yeah.
some like weirdo from like some place I never heard of.
Yeah, it's really creepy because a lot of people have off the wall names too. So,
People are like that. Like some people just go through Facebook just looking for random people to add. I don't understand it.
no, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. So
That's
basically,
okay.
the point is, if you're trying to add me on Facebook, just let me know who you are so I can
Yeah,
add you back.
right.
Oh, and also check out my website, sheattack.com. And if you see what you like, make sure you share our content because we're trying to go to E3 next year. Like, help us, please. Like,
Nice.
we need you. That's how we stay alive.
I would love to go to E3. That's on my bucket list. I'm going, doggone. I don't
And
know when.
just because you go one year don't mean you go the next year because they stingy too.
That's okay as long as I get to go. I don't care how often, as long as I get to go so I can have my little girly, nerdy fit. Like, yo, I will just geek out and just be like, yeah, my life, my life is all
You just want to go
perfect
once,
now. It's
one time.
perfect.
Just one.
Yeah,
I'll
be
be
in the audience. So yeah, that would
Yes.
be awesome. But how long we been trying to end this now?
I know, right? We talking too much. We gotta save something for
Right?
tonight.
I know, right? And plus I don't want to bore people. I don't even know if they're gonna watch that. Look, if you made it this far, you are freaking awesome. We love you. Be sure to subscribe to the Video Game Hers channel. Again, I will have a link down below as well as to her website. While you're here, subscribe to this channel as well. And if you would like to be a part of interviewing a gamer, shoot me a message. Let me know on Twitter, whatever the case may be, iPod One Reviewer. And yeah, we'll go from there. So until next time, people, take care and be
Peace.
safe.